Now, find the angle omega in such a way that cos omega should be 1 by 2. Sin omega should be minus root 3 by 2. Which is that angle? Cos must be positive, sin must be negative. Fourth quadrant. See this angle. Clearly, omega equal to cos is 1 by 2 minus 60 degree. For which, let me write all the details. For which cos minus 60 is half itself, cos is positive. But sin minus 60 degree is minus root 3 by 2. Therefore, I can write here as minus 60 degree. Minus 60 degree. You have to write the same angle in both the places. This is actually the standard form. See, x cos omega plus y sin omega equal to r. Let me write here. Therefore, omega is minus 60 degree. If you want the radian, it is minus pi by 3. Length of the normal is r. Don't write minus 4. Length cannot be negative. So you have to write only the positive. Is r equal to mod minus 4, which is 4, over see it carefully. Find omega in such a way that this particular value should be cos and the next one should be sin. Don't write straight away 60 degree because cos 60 is 1 by 2. But same 60 should satisfy this also. It is not so. So only the angle is minus 60 degree. Yes? Next problem. Let's go for the next one. You want one more? Fourth one. Okay. Reduce the following equation of the line into normal form. Hence find r and omega. Okay? Let me do one more. Equation given is this one. See, it is also there in your textbook. Exercise problem. X minus y equal to 4. Whatever may be, don't write straight away here. Cos omega, coefficient 1. Cos omega is 1, sin omega is also 1. Don't say like that. Such angle does not exist. What you have to do is, a equal to 1, b equal to coefficient of y. You have to find first this one, square root of a square plus b square, which is a square root of, mostly it is given there as the capital letter, I think, in your formula list. A square plus b square is 1 square plus minus 1 square root 2. A is 1, b is minus 1. Divide throughout by root 2. What you get? X by root 2 minus y by root 2 equal to 4 by root 2. X into 1 by root 2 plus y into minus 1 by root 2 equal to 4 by root 2. Let me write as it is. Yes. Now give me the angle. Angle should be cos theta is 1 by root 2, but sin theta should be minus 1 by root 2. Again same quadrant angle. Minus 45 degree. Clearly, omega equal to minus 45 degree, for which cos omega is 1 by root 2. Sin omega is minus 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Therefore, omega is minus 45 degree minus pi by 4. What about length of the normal? Length of the normal is, what about R? R equal to, it is already positive, 4 by root 2. But 4 by root 2 can be written by rationalizing the denominator that you are knowing. Multiply both numerator and denominator by root 2. You get 4 root 2 divided by 2, which can be simplified as 2 root 2 over. Length of the normal is 2 root 2. Angle omega is minus pi by 4. Enough. 2 examples. Different types of problems from the exercise. Actually, there are many problems in the exercise, but most of the problems we did in the class. Some problem a little seems to be special problems. Such problems I am going to work out now. In the exercise, certain problems are a little different. That is why I have taken such problems only. Problem number 4 over, no? Fifth one, right? Problem number 5. Find the distance of the point. Find the distance of the point. Find the distance of the point minus 1, 1 from the line. From the line 12 into x plus 6 equal to 5 into y minus 2. Problem will be the same, but they are giving certain equations in a different form, that's all, in order to make you confused. Okay. Equation is not in the standard form, that's all. Equation of the line is 12x plus 72, 5y minus 10. Our standard form is 12x first, minus 5 next, 72 plus 82 equal to 0 over. Standard form is obtained. Only for that reason it is given, that's all. Remaining thing is how to find length of the perpendicular from the given point x1, y1 on the line. Length of the perpendicular from, because the distance of the point from the line means length of the perpendicular. From minus 1 to 1 to the line 12x minus 5y plus 82 equal to 0. Let me write. Most you have written capital letters in the formula. Whatever may be. A is 12. B is minus 5. C is 82. X1 is minus 1. Y1 is 1. Before writing the formula, let me write all the values given. Now the formula is D equal to AX1 plus BY1 plus C by root of A square plus B square. Don't confuse with the letter I have given in the previous list of formula, in which I have taken small a, small b. Don't bother about those things. Constant in a different textbook you may find the letters will be different. In some textbook I have seen it is LX. LX plus MY plus N. In that case it is LX1 plus MY1 plus N divided by root of L square plus M square. Whatever may be the formula they may give. Yes, now D equal to A x1 B y1 c divided by root a square plus b square. Minus 12 minus 5 plus 82 divided by root 144 plus 25 equal to minus 17 plus 82 divided by root 169. 5, 12 minus 7, 5, 7 minus 1, 6 by 13. Answer is 5. Length of the perpendicular or distance of the point from the given line is 5 units. Just after writing the equation in the standard form, all the remaining things are the same. You did in the previous examples. Write correctly, carefully. Don't make any mistake. Over. Shall I take the next problem? Problem number 6. Find the points on x-axis. Find the points on the x-axis whose distance from the line x by 3 plus y by 4 equal to 1 is 4 units. Careful. 4 units. Problem is find the points on the x-axis whose distance from the line is 4 units. Find the point on the x-axis whose distance from the line is length of the perpendicular from the point is given 4, equation of the line given, but the point is not given. Which is that point? Okay, let me write the equation of the line in the standard form. Equation of the line in the standard form. How to write that? X by 3 plus y by 4 equal to 1. 4x plus 3y equal to 1 or 4x plus 3y equal to 12. This is the standard form. See, 3y minus 12 equal to 0. Standard form of the same equation. Taking LCM, 4x, this is 3y, bring that 12 to the right hand side, write all the terms on the same side. Now here, A is 4, B is 3, C is minus 12. Standard form means it should be in the form AX plus BY plus C. Now, length of the perpendicular is given. Length of the perpendicular. Length of the perpendicular means it is the distance actually. Distance of the point. Length of the perpendicular from the point on the x-axis. To the line 4x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0 is given to be 4. Now, point on the x-axis means what? Which point? Point on the x-axis, which point? X coordinate is there, y coordinate 0. For all the point on the x-axis, y coordinate is 0. For all the point on the y-axis, x coordinate is 0. So, since point is on the x-axis, its y coordinate is 0. Y coordinate is 0. Therefore, the point is, how to write? X, 0 you write. X coordinate is there, but y coordinate 0. Now find the length of the perpendicular. Length of the perpendicular from x, 0 is calculated. D equal to ax1 by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square. This distance is given 4 equal to a is again 4 into x coordinate x, b is 3, y coordinate 0, c is minus 12 divided by root of 4 square plus 3 square. What you get? Equal to 4x 0 minus 12 divided by root 16 plus 9, or 4 equal to 4x minus 12 divided by root 25. Root 25 means 5. Now, careful, 4 equal to, if you remove the modulus, what it means? It may be either positive or negative. But modulus is always positive. When you remove the modulus sign, what you get? There are two answers. One is 4x minus 12 divided by 5. Another one is minus of 4x minus 12 divided by 5. There are two answers. When you remove modulus sign, you may have to consider positive as well as negative, because modulus of both the values will be the same. Just like a square root, when you take the square root, what you are? Root 9, you are writing plus or minus 3, like that, no? So, here also you have to discuss both the cases. Let me take first one. First one is, if it is positive, what is the answer you get? 4 equal to 4x minus 12 divided by 5. 20 equal to 5 into 4, 20. 4x minus 12. Or 20 plus 12. 20 plus 12 equal to 4x. Or 4x is 32. X is 8. X is 8. One answer. Another one. 4 equal to minus of 4x minus 12 by 5. Or I can bring this minus 20 equal to minus 5 taken to that side, 4x minus 12. 4x equal to minus 20 plus 12. 4x equal to minus 8. X equal to minus 2. Therefore, 2 points on x-axis having distance 4 from the line are, first one is x, 0, 8, 0 and another one minus 2, 0. Have you got the idea clear? there are 2 points having the same distance 4 unit from this line. Having the same distance 4 from these 2 points. Length of the perpendiculars are same. There exist 2 points on the x-axis. Problem number next. Over. Shall I take the next one? Problem number 6, no? 6th one. Problem number 6 or 7, whatever may be. Continue the numbers. Prove that a line through the point. Prove that the line through the point. Prove that the line through the point x1, y1 and parallel to the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 equal to 0. Small derivation type of problem, but very simple. Nothing to worry about this one. See, prove that the line passing through the point x1, y1 and parallel. Finish. You know that. Equation of any line passing through the given point but parallel to another line means immediately you are writing the x and y coordinates. See, this is the given line. What about the equation of the line parallel to this? Once again it starts from ax plus by. This is different. Plus k equal to 0. Go back to the list of formula there. Equation of the given line. Given line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Equation of the line parallel to this is, you are writing same ax by and only they differ by the constant. Go back to the list of formula there. If it is parallel, x and y terms are same. If they are perpendicular, interchange the coefficients with the change of sign. Now, since required line passes through the point, passes through x1, y1. Equation of the given line. Equation of the line parallel to this. Since required line passes through x1, y1, put x equal to x1, y equal to y1 in which one? Instead of writing equation once again, star. That means you are calculating the value k. Same thing you have done this. Equation of the line is given. Find the equation of the line parallel to this. Immediately you are putting k. And it passes through. Immediately put the coordinate to find k. That's what we have written in that formula list. If the equation of the line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, then the equation of any line parallel to this is of the form ax plus by plus k equal to 0. To find k, put x and y coordinate of the point on the line. Same thing you are doing here. What happens? Ax1 plus by1 plus k equal to 0, or k equal to minus of ax1 plus by1. Bring this term to the other side. Put the value of k in the equation once again. Put k in equation star once again. Now we get the equation of the parallel line. Equation of the required parallel line is ax plus by. Don't write k. It is minus of ax1 plus by1. 0. Don't write k. Value of k is here. So in the same equation, write in the place of k this one. Simplification is ax plus by minus ax1 minus by1, 0. Or ax and minus ax1 together, by and minus by1 are also together. Why? In order to remove a outside. A into x minus x1, b into y minus y1 equal to 0. This is the required equation. See? Parallel to the line is ax minus x1, by minus y1 equal to 0. Equation of the parallel line to the given line is always of the form ax minus x1 plus by minus y1 equal to 0. One more problem. If P is the length of the perpendicular, if P is the length of the perpendicular, from the origin to the line whose intercepts on the axis are A and B, then show that 1 by P square equal to 1 by A square plus 1 by B square. Problem number last. Enough. That is the last problem. How to solve it? P is the length of the perpendicular.